As a follow-up on an item we talked about earlier, we had some discussion that Greg had brought forward a quote to get a forensic examination of a hard disk belonging to the county. I initially anyway thought that was pretty high. I checked with the competent guy that I work with and found that it's about a $2,500 setup cost to do the forensic evaluation. That usually takes care of most of it unless they run into a difficulty in doing it. It costs about $200 an hour if it goes over the initial setup cost. The reason it is so high, just so you're aware of it, is that the software is furnished through the FBI, and they're required to do training with the FBI in order to operate the software. So it's a rather expensive proposition for whoever does it.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to speak on this, if I might. We've been going with this for
6 months.
6 months, maybe. I've been asking about it for 11 months, close to a year. We need to decide what we're going to do. In my mind, if you've got a county employee that destroys county records, which is not even in dispute, somebody came in and ran a program to wipe the disk of the person who was formerly the acting county manager, and that disk was wiped clean, that there's got to be some either unethical or illegal activity, or that wouldn't have been done. Destroying county records is not something, number one, it's against state law. The state law against us, it's a total violation of state law. Number two, there have got to be some reasons for this disk to be erased, and $2,500, in my opinion, is a small price to pay for finding out what's on this disk and why that person had to bring in somebody from the outside to erase that disk before Beckman left this county. I think it's atrocious. It's an unethical act and possibly illegal.
Okay.
Well, can I ask something of our county attorney, Mr. Chairman?
Okay.
The cost is involved with proving what she erased. Right? Do we have to go that route? Can we not go through a prosecution for destroying county property?
I would not recommend it because we don't actually know who. I mean, we can surmise who destroyed it, but we don't know who did the act.
We know who was custodian.
Right, but still, that doesn't necessarily prove who did it.
See, I mean, is it up to us to prove or up to the person to disprove?
It's up to the state to prove who performed that.
Wouldn't it be up to us? Yeah, but wouldn't it be up to us to prove that there was an elimination of information that belonged to the county?
The question is,
We can do that.
We just can't.
did we sign her the computer? That's the point.
Well, even if a computer's assigned to somebody, it's sitting on somebody's desk, somebody else can do the act.
That's
I mean, you just got to prove it. That's what it amounts to. And it's a criminal decision. It's not a civil.
But my question is, that for us as commissioner, we need to assign each employee's the computer, and they have to have a password. Nobody else can sign on to the stationer desk. Don't we open ourselves up?
Well, our computer security is probably not what it needs to be, just to be honest about it. But that's an administrative matter for the county manager and his staff to deal with largely. I think it was the intention of the board that there was some, y'all wanted to know what was on the disk. And the only way you're going to recover what was on the disk is a forensic search.
Okay. So they're going to take $2,500 plus $200 off.
Well, the guy thought, you choose either vendor you want to, and we'll need to get, I guess, we'll need to write it down and get two formal proposals. One yours about the same.
Yeah, there was a specific cost. He had it broken out where you had to make an exact copy, and then you went ahead through the process of recovering the data. And again, that was the variable cost. I think it was like $750 to do the. I guess I better stop talking.
And my suggestion, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was like $750 copy and charge, and then they had to do the recovery over and beyond that. And and they couldn't give us any, specific amount. It could have been 3,000, it could have been higher.
My suggestion to the board would be, let's get both vendors to submit a proposal to the board, and then y'all select which one you wanna do it, assume you wanna do it.
That's the thing, Sue, Mr. Chairman, I have continued to question this because we're talking about an employee that's been gone a year, and we don't know what was on it. According to Commissioner Bernard repeatedly, she didn't even know how to use a computer, and she was so incompetent, so I'm so surprised that there would be anything worth anything on there that we would spend this money. So, it just, I mean, if we thought there was something really important on there that was erased, that wasn't on another computer, that was some special county document or something, I'd be very concerned. But there's been nothing like that we can find, that, you know, we're missing something of great importance because these things have been erased, which, and again, I just wonder how much was really on her computer, since she was just so computer illiterate, that we would spend the money on that.
Mr. Chairman?
If I felt we were really gonna get something out of it, that'd be something.
Jack?
Once again, no one goes to the extent of professionally erasing a disk unless there's something to be covered up. We have a choice in this county. Either we can have open government and let the sun shine in, or we can decide to cover things up. And by not retrieving this disk, we're covering things up. And it's a clear choice for this county commission. If we vote not to recover this disk, we are saying we want to cover something up. Because anyone in their right mind knows that if a professional came in to erase this disk, and it wasn't just a delete, it was a computer program brought in to erase this disk. And that there's something on this disk that someone doesn't want brought to public, that someone doesn't want brought to the light of day, that someone doesn't want the press to know. Now, either we go by our ethics and retrieve the disk, or we just forget about ethics and just say we don't care. We don't care if an employee destroys county property. We don't care if employees destroy records. We just don't care. And it's your choice. I move that we go out for 2 bids and that we automatically accept the lowest bid.
Motion by Jack. Do I have a second?
I'd like to, I have to wait for this a second before I can do an amendment, correct?
I can accept it.
I would just like to eliminate the automatic acceptance of the lowest.
Accept it.
I'll second.
Second by discussion. Chairman, Sheriff, did you get that?
Yeah, so we're just going out for 2 bids and accepting
A
the
minimum
lowest.
of 2 bids.
Minimum 2 bids, not the automatic.
And most likely too, it'll be a request for proposal because there won't be apples and apples.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good order.
Okay.
2 proposals.
Any more discussion? More discussion? All in
No.
favor?
So are we approving to go ahead and do this, or we just approving to go out for bids?
Go out for the request,
Proposal?
proposal.
Okay.
You're directing staff to bring back 2 proposals.
We're gonna get it right, but it's gonna cost us.
Okay. All in favor? All opposed?
I'm staying.
Motion